They were our favorite stars then.
DA says 10 sharp, right to the second, baby. Precision.
Starsky, I hate that watch.
My God, look at me.
This is my sister.
They're our favorite stars now.
I feel like I've been from one end of the galaxy to the other and seen a lot of weird stuff.
They were heartthrobs.
18 years old, being a heartthrob is not a bad thing to be.
They were sweethearts.
I will always be remembered for that character.
They were inseparable duos.
Bronson, where are you?
Mark, do you still have that really cheesy mustache?
They are the child stars who suddenly grew up.
Acting will eventually break your heart.
They're the movie stars who suddenly disappeared.
Ooh, that's a very long conversation.
Well, we've tracked them down, and in a moment we'll witness their triumphs, discover their regrets, and reveal where they are now.
I got married and I've got a little girl.
I became an actor because I had something to prove.
The phones are ringing. And yes, of course, they want to talk about me being naked.
I speak Italian, French, and Napolitano.
I guess I've just, evolved a little bit.
These are your favorite stars then and now.
Are we ever going to see you in front of the camera again?
I don't know.
You are right now, aren't you?
Let's get started with child stars. From the scandalous to the successful, everyone is fascinated with the kids who grew up in the public eye. Take Drew Barrymore. She burst onto the scene as the little kid in E.T. And the movie made her a huge star. 20 years later, Drew is still going strong. She's acting and producing, a total Hollywood A-lister. Drew has no remorse about spending her childhood on movie sets.
I really enjoyed it. I really wanted to be there. This is what I knew when I was born I was supposed to be doing, that I wanted to be doing.
But let's face it, other child stars don't turn out quite so well. And those are the stories we like best.
No one wants to know that, a guy did a couple commercials when he was 5 and did a failed pilot when he was 8. They want to know about the guy who punched out the security guard, or the guy who, robbed the 7-Eleven to, buy Coke.
Not all child stars end up behind bars, of course. Some, like Alyssa Milano, easily make the transition to adulthood, while others decided to get while the getting was good.
The more that I saw of the business and the more adult I got, the less I liked it.
Quinn Cummings starred in the 1977 film The Goodbye Girl, which earned her an Academy Award nomination at the age of 10.
Hello.
The Supporting Actress Award was the first one that year. So within 7 minutes, I knew that Vanessa Redgrave had won. And then there's the sitting there part.
As Quinn became more familiar to viewers on the hit TV series Family, the viewers became too familiar with her.
People will ask questions of a celebrity. They wouldn't ask their own relatives. Did you run through all of your money? Did you have a drug problem?
Quinn was clean, but her heart just wasn't in acting.
I found a job that is my great passion in life. It is being my daughter's mother. Yeah.
This led Quinn to invent the hip hugger.
Let the world see I'm working and I'm fine. Because frequently when you think former child actor, the next phrase you think of is under indictment.
Former TV sitcom star Tina Yothers doesn't think fame should be blamed for a child star's misfortune.
I don't think it's the business that leads you into those bad choices in life. I think that's definitely a personal choice that fellow child actors have made.
Tina worked on the hit TV series Family Ties for 7 years, literally growing up on the television screen. Now she's got a new look and has given up acting to team up with her brother Corey in the band Jaded.
Occasionally they come thinking that Jennifer is going to be on that stage rocking out. But they're pretty, I think they're pleasantly surprised when they see that it's real and it's not just some gimmick thing that we're just, kicking around.
Child star Jeremy Licht didn't have to kick around too long. In 1986, he landed a role on a sitcom. For 6 years, he was a member of TV's Hogan family.
We had our 100th episode party. They said, we're hoping to be here another 100 episodes from now, and we were, excited about that.
And 10 shows later, we got the call that we'd been canceled.
That motivated Jeremy to go to school, where he earned a degree in finance.
I started my capital management company almost 6 years ago, and fortunately, it's been wonderful to me. I'm very happy in the business that I'm in, but yet with the experiences that I have had as an actor, would certainly not turn anything down were it to come my way.
Like Jeremy, many child stars decided to leave their acting options open. Fred Savage was only 12 when he got the lead in the TV series The Wonder Years.
I'm kind of young to decide what I want to do for the rest of my life, but so far I want to act. Just know that I know, okay?
The Wonder Years lasted for 6 seasons on ABC, and then Fred got his college degree, and now has an ongoing career as an actor.
I think there was a generation of kids, of child actors that acted in the late 70s, early 80s, who, had problems later on in life. So when you look at what a lot of us are doing now, we may not still be acting, but we've gone to college, or we're still acting, or writing, or directing, or producing, or we're really, doing well.
Hey, I'm Danica McKellar. You want to know where I've been for the last 5 years? Here at UCLA, studying mathematics.
After playing Fred Savage's dream girl on The Wonder Years,
Paul told you? He says you're crazy about me.
Danica did the math and earned herself a degree.
Math is something that I will undoubtedly keep up through reading books at a high level. And maybe someday I'll go to graduate school like my professor wants me to. But for now, I really want to return to acting.
Another UCLA alum is the artist formerly known as Urkel.
A party for me? Well, how did you know I was coming back early? Let's get down.
As Urkel, Jaleel White was a nerd's nerd, but behind the uber nerd was a serious film student.
Directing is something I'll do down the line when I work as an actor under better directors in film and, learn more about the craft from watching other guys who are pros do it. But I definitely want to put my finger on all of it.
Remember little Rudy Huxtable? She's all grown up now.
Education is something to me that's always been important, and I believe that I needed to do that first and then come back to the acting, because acting is going to be there, but those are moments that you can only capture once. And it was just important, for me, it wasn't an option not to get my college degree.
Getting that diploma helped a lot of child stars stay grounded and deal with the problems of growing up.
If I hadn't had schooling to fall back on, I would have probably ended up like some of the other child actors that we all know about.
Danny Pintoro played Little Jonathan on Who's the Boss.
I like the way this place works. Hey, Sam, give me some more turkey. Get it yourself.
Now a Stanford graduate, Danny never lost the showbiz bug.
I was Jonathan Bauer, and I wasn't going to be seen as anything else. When you go out for an audition, that casting director knows you as that character.
It was a tough time for Danny, but he got unexpected help from the National Enquirer.
It's one of the few moments when I think anyone can say that the Enquirer actually did a heartfelt story.
In 1997, the Enquirer reported to the world that Danny was gay.
Coming out was definitely a positive experience.
But Pintoro's relationship with the tabloids soon turned sour.
The articles were all about, look what has happened to his life. He has no more money, he's working at the Gap. And it's completely not true. I wanted to work at the Gap. I wanted to see what it was like to do retail.
These days, Danny makes a living on stage.
I love being an actor, and I can't wait to see what the next step is with being an actor. I'm 26, I'm young, I'm in New York. I've got every door open to me, and the possibilities are endless.
So whether you're an actor in New York, an active mathematician, or just an inventive mom, we're happy to report that child stars do turn out okay. Lots more of your favorite stars still to come. Did you ever wonder what happened to Marsha?
I took some time off.
And what about Phoebe Cates?
Hollywood is going to think, how come she's not, when was her last movie? How come she hasn't done a movie in 6 months?
And what about your favorite TV duos?
Mark reminds me sometimes of a really cute little lizard,
More of your favorite stars then, now, next.
Tonight's presentation on ABC brought to you by Easy, Breezy, Beautiful CoverGirl.
CoverGirl Tasha, that lashful girl, said there's no way I'm gonna comb and then curl. CoverGirl Triple Mascara gives you the wow without the work. The special triple action formula thickens, separates, and curls curls in one quick as a wink step. Curly, lashy lashes without the kitchen sink. Triple mascara? It's wow in a wink. Triple mascara. Thicken, separate, and curl. Easy breezy, beautiful CoverGirl. Now in waterproof.
Subway has a new bread made with that bee guy's honey and his oats. Oh, whoa. Hey, Subway's this way!
Subway's new Honey Oat on Wheat starts with tasty wheat bread. Then we coat it with honey and oats and bake it all together.
Subway, eat fresh!
Can you find the sports car in the newest Mazda?
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, zoom, 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 zoom. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The new 200 horsepower Mazda MPV. Body of a minivan, soul of a sports car.
I'm your Venus. Only Venus from Gillette has a rounded head that's designed to fit your underarms and every contour of your body. Its 3 blades give you the closest shave for smoothness that makes you feel like a goddess. Venus from Gillette.
Now, join Tigger.
I'm so happy I feel like bouncing.
Piglet and Winnie the Pooh.
Yum, yum.
Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Tubby little cubby all stuffed with fluff.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
It's the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Discover Pooh's first and most beloved movie on Disney DVD and video. Rated G.
Tough heartburn? Try Extra Strength Mylanta, the Liquidator.
Wednesday, it's a brand new night of winners and losers. First time my wife and kids, Junior has to choose between family victory with a girl. Good choice. Then, do you know where your children are? Jim doesn't.
Have you lost my kid?
Well, if you say it like that, of course it's going to sound bad.
It's a brand new My Wife and Kids. And according to Jim, Wednesday, starting at 8/7 Central on ABC.
We've always believed that dinosaurs and man never existed side by side. We were wrong.
How could a place like this really exist?
An ABC world premiere mega series event. Only 5 days until Dinotopia. Sunday at 7/6 Central on ABC.
Welcome back to Favorite Stars Then and Now. Let's talk about one of our favorite topics, America's Sweethearts. They were beautiful, charming, the girl next door. We love them, and we don't ever want them to grow up.
Hey, you guys. Oh, my nose! It's been wonderful, and yet it's been hard at the same time. I will always be remembered, for that character. But that's a really wonderful thing, too.
The Brady Bunch has been in reruns forever, and Maureen McCormick will always be our Marcia, Marcia, Marcia.
We had no idea, that it would still be so huge.
Maureen has a new role now.
I got married, and I've got a little girl, Natalie, and I just decided that I really wanted to, focus and put my time and energy into that.
Yes, even sweethearts have to grow up sometime. Phoebe Cates wowed us in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, but turned away from acting to try a new role, wife. And all Hollywood turned out to see her marry actor Kevin Kline.
I was at Kevin and Phoebe's wedding when I was 15.
Phoebe hasn't acted in years, but when her Fast Times co-star Jennifer Jason Leigh produced the anniversary party, she made Phoebe an offer she couldn't refuse.
We had no choice. Jenny's my best friend of 20 years, and what she says goes.
How about this for a string of credits? Square Pegs, Lost Boys, Less Than Zero. Jamie Gertz had it all in the 80s, but even then she knew Hollywood success could be fleeting.
I have a fear that it will be taken away at any time.
12 years later, Jamie is still hanging in there, appearing on a variety of TV shows. What's next on her agenda?
Just auditioning and I have a family, 3 kids, so I'm kind of busy all the time. So who knows? Who knows where I'll show up?
We do. Jamie just starred in the Gilda Radner story on ABC. America's sweethearts have learned that a strong first impression can be a blessing or a curse. Take pop singer Tiffany.
Brighter than you say.
sang in shopping malls from coast to coast that led to a #1 album and thousands of fans. She even had her own groupie with his own unique style. Since then, Tiffany has tried to regain her glory.
I did a great album, got a ton of wonderful reviews, which I was hands down thrilled about, and yet radio wouldn't play my album because I was Tiffany. Their mindset is that of the mall girl who is 15, 16 years old. Obviously, I've changed a lot.
In 2002, Tiffany revealed just how much she changed in a Playboy pictorial.
Hands down, I'm glad I did it. It opened a lot of doors and is opening a lot of doors to people who wouldn't be interested in me because of my name.
10 years ago, life was a scream for Kristy Swanson. She was the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer in the movie that launched the TV series. As Buffy, Kristy was a sweetheart poised for stardom.
I was terrified. That's David Arquette.
That's right. Kristy's co-star was David Arquette. We all know what happened to him. He married Courtney Cox, and they became one of Hollywood's hottest couples. As for Kristy, she doesn't fight vampires anymore. Instead, Kristy fends off overeager photographers. Even though she's made more than 25 films, her Buffy notoriety lives on.
I just did the one film, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and then all of a sudden, you know, everybody wants to hear I can do some fight scenes, so they really want me to do that, I guess.
No question, Molly Ringwald was the ultimate girl next door.
Oh my... Oh, if you're lying, I'll beat the crap out of you. I'm not lying. Oh my God, what should I do?
How about move to France? That's what Molly did after a string of sweetheart roles.
Most of the big decisions in my life happened very fast and very spontaneously. I went there to work on something and was supposed to be there for a month and a half, and I just decided to stay.
Ho, ho, ho. Molly showed off more than her flair for French in films such as L'Enfant des Saluts.
Non, j'ai pas peur, je le méprise, c'est tout. Vous savez, je vais lui faire autant de mal qu'il m'en a fait.
When Molly's not parlez-vouing en français, she's performing on the Broadway stage.
It's one of the wonderful things about theater that I've always loved is there's a great sense of community. You know that everyone's doing it because they really love it. It's certainly not for the money or for the perks, you know, it's really just because we believe in what we're doing.
By the way, Molly's 16 Candles co-star Anthony Michael Hall is living large these days. He's producing and starring in a TV adaptation of the Stephen King novel, The Dead Zone. Not bad for a former nerd. So, what's a sweetheart without a heartthrob?
I always look back and I wish I wasn't nuts back then.
When we come back, a look at the men who made us scream.
Just evolve a little bit.
And you won't believe what's up with Kathleen Turner.
Yeah, she gets naked.
Revealing moments with more of your favorite stars just ahead.
Only 5 days until Dinotopia, Sunday 7/6 Central on ABC.
Who is a man that can jam over any man? Can you dig it? The new Shack Pack. Grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger, fries with free cheese dipping sauce, and a Coca-Cola Classic. You gotta have a Shack Pack, baby.
She did say she really wants a dishwasher. It'd be a nice Mother's Day surprise. And with the money I save, I can buy a new grill. Come on, don't be selfish. This is your wife's special day. Take the extra money and buy something special just for her.
Only Sears has great prices on lingerie, 0% financing on dishwashers, and store-wide savings for mom. The Mother's Day sale at Sears. Where else?
Kids today are too soft. Mom cleaned our cuts with soap and water.
From Band-Aid brand comes hurt-free antiseptic wash with lidocaine to relieve the pain.
Where's the Sportette?
Band-Aid brand hurt-free antiseptic wash.
Wish you could say goodbye to split ends.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more.
Now there's new Pantene Daily Moisture Renewal made just for dry, damaged hair. The creamiest Pantene Pro V formula ever. Gives up to 10 times more damage protection, so you can say goodbye to split ends.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
New Pantene Daily Moisture Renewal. Pantene Pro V. So healthy, you'll love your hair.
Derek, honestly, I really don't think anybody's really that happy. I'm serious. I hear all these stories about how everybody's so blissfully happy. And now it's just a fairy tale.
It's not.
Well, then maybe there's something wrong with me.
Wendy, you're perfect. Look at you. You're the best driver I know.
All right, maybe I will find somebody.
There's the Wendy I know. Are we happy now? Good. Now I gotta get back to work.
Andy Sibowitz's whole life is about to change. He just doesn't know it.
Back off! I'm not gonna say it again.
New NYPD Blue, ABC tonight, 10/9 Central.
Set your eyes on this. Macaulay, Cato, Greg Louganis, Donna Rice, Sarah Ferguson. They all had famous falls. They all talked to Barbara Walters then. Now they're back.
You said you felt like a hunted animal.
I was a hunted animal.
Wednesday, no one holds back when they talk about surviving the glare at 9:30, 8:30 Central.
Time now to talk about the boys. You know, that great American invention, the heartthrob. The qualifications are simple. Be an attractive male willing to be idolized by millions of American teen girls. No experience necessary. Poofy hair a must.
Well, when you're, 18 years old, being a heartthrob is not a bad thing to be.
It's even better to be a pop star. That's what happened to Jordan Knight. Thousands of fans screamed his name every night when he was a member of the New Kids on the Block. They were the in-sync of their day. But when these new kids became old kids, Jordan decided to go it alone.
When I signed my solo deal, I was really nervous about carrying the whole show by myself. My anxiety definitely kicked in there. That's when I had to start singing in piano bars to get over it and all that stuff.
From sold-out stadiums to piano bars. Not what you'd call upward momentum, but Jordan's doing it for a reason.
I've grown up. I'm not making a conscious effort to try to say, I'm older now, I'm more serious, I've grown up. I'm just me now. I guess I've just, evolved a little bit.
Jordan's not the only one who has evolved. Robbie Benson was named one of the most promising new actors of 1976.
As far as you can go, well, how's the big old Olympics?
I remember the first about 7 or 8 years of my career when I was the flavor of the month for the time being.
Robbie grew out of his heartthrob role and became a successful writer, producer, director. Known for playing shy, quiet characters, Benson scored his biggest acting triumph with a totally different character, that of the Beast in Disney's Beauty and the Beast.
It's good being the Beast because, you can always call on it. I can tell my kids to clean up your room. But the best one is someone was bullying my little girl on the playground once, and I just went up to him and I went, "Don't ever do that again." And man, he didn't.
When not scaring small children, Benson has been writing a musical called Open Heart, which he hopes to bring to Broadway. And remember this frizzy-haired castaway? It's Christopher Atkins, frolicking in the surf with Brooke Shields in the 1980 smash, The Blue Lagoon.
Well, The Blue Lagoon changed my life. I would say it was probably one of the greatest experiences that I've ever had next to having children.
Christopher enjoyed the perks that came with being a heartthrob. Even Chris admits he may have enjoyed them a bit too much because it cost him one of the biggest film roles of the 80s.
I had Footloose. That was the only regret I had. I had Footloose, but the 80s had me more than Footloose did. And I was a little caught up with that at the time, and I lost Footloose over it. So I always look back and I wish I wasn't nuts back then. The hardest part of the highs and the lows, having the brass ring, like with the Blue Lagoon, and then, I took a couple of years off in being a father. That was more important to me than anything else, and being a dad and being involved in my kid's life.
But Christopher never completely turned his back on Hollywood.
I love the movie business. That's what I do. And, you know, my daughter, she shot 3 pictures, one of them that I wrote, so that was kind of exciting. I've had a couple of pictures produced now, you know, that I've written. And I'm working on now trying to direct one.
Sure, every actor wants to direct, but Chris may be the first one who also wants to fish. You see, he's patented his own fishing lure.
I mean, the thing is just unbelievable, and all I want to do is just get it out there, you know, have other people fish it. And one of these days, you're going to see it, and it's called the Strike Jacket EFL. A big old bass sees that, he just goes, oh, my God, that's mine.
Another teenage heartthrob was Willie Ames from the hit TV series 8 is Enough.
I didn't understand how big the show was until well after we were done with the show. I would walk into a store and some little old lady would come running up crying, Tommy, 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 you know, be a good boy.
Beer?
A couple of the guys and I got together
and now you feel like a man?
I feel awful.
If only Tommy had taken that old lady's advice.
The turning point for me was when I had gotten myself to a 3 gram a day cocaine habit, and I looked in the mirror and I weighed 97 pounds. I'm at 186 today.
Willie cleaned up his act, and he took it out of town. He now runs a television production company in Kansas.
The series that we do is the Bible Man series is very tongue-in-cheek.
No one
You've got it. This heartthrob is now a superhero.
I'm Bible Man. I very much take my faith seriously. I don't take myself seriously. How can you? You know, I'm 40 years old, I'm running around in spandex. I'm gonna regret this.
Don't worry, Willie. We still love you, spandex and all, just as we continue to love all of these teenage heartthrobs. When we return, your favorite stars were in films that captured our times and our hearts.
Taking on my father?
Dude, I got no beef with him. It takes about 10 minutes, and Footloose is on the turntable, which is always good for me because I like to dance a song, have everybody stand around.
And we'll check in with stories about your favorite TV duos.
I have no shameful anecdotes in my past, thank you very much. At least nothing I remember.
We'll see, Tom, when your favorite stars Then and Now returns.
Max Factor's Lipfinity, the extraordinary long-lasting lip color that lasts through drinking and eating. While other lipsticks can melt away, Lipfinity has permatone, which makes it last for 8 hours. Lipfinity from Max Factor, the makeup of makeup artists.
Pardon the intrusion, but what's up with the processed burger combos? Let's get them some KFC.
The KFC 2-piece original recipe meal deal. This is a poor excuse for a meal. This is a real meal and a real deal. Get it now for only $2.99 or get 10 pieces for $8.99.
There's fast food, and then there's KFC.
Escape from dry, heat-damaged hair. When you discover heat-activated Thermasilk conditioner. Thermasilk's moisturizers work with your hair dryer to help lock in moisture for softer, silkier hair. Thermasilk. Turn your hair into silk.
The V6 Nissan Altima.
Ever since I got engaged, everybody wants to look at my ring. I'm glad that's all they can see.
New Clear Away One-Step Wart Removers. The only one-step invisible strip, so it conceals while it heals. Dr. Scholl's.
Look, feel, do better.
Thinking about making the switch to Clarinex? Talk to your doctor to see if Clarinex is right for you. Call 1-800-CLARINEX for your 7-day free trial. Experience Clarinex.
If you've never seen an episode of Alias,
I'm so sorry about this.
The best time to start is now.
Who are you working for?
The season finale you've got to make time for.
It's bigger than I thought.
The Golden Globe winner that goes out with a bang. Alias season finale, followed by The Practice, ABC Sunday, starting 9, 8 Central.
Favorite stars then and now will continue in a moment here on ABC.
Monday, ABC's counting down TV Guide's 50 best shows of all time.
Really? We got on the list?
All the way to number 1. Monday, 10, 9 Central, only on ABC.
Can I dip, please?
In their own words, Philadelphia's teachers respond to Ed Rendell's latest TV ad.
I don't even know where to start.
Ed Rendell did reform schools here.
The reform that we're facing today is the state takeover.
And Ed Rendell toughened standards.
To say that Ed Rendell raised standards is just plain not true. I didn't trust him when he was mayor, and I don't trust him now. He failed the students, he failed the district, and here we are now with the state takeover.
That's the legacy of Mayor Rendell.
The mystery of the shark at last night's Honors game. We know where it came from. The story tonight.
Let's get back to your favorite stars then and now with a look at some musical casts who rocked us in the 80s. They were hot. They were cool. They were the casts of the musical hits Footloose and Fame.
Let's dance! Everybody cut, everybody cut.
It's been 18 years since Footloose kickstarted some very major careers.
You don't get to turn my fight into some kind of a screw you to your old man.
Kevin Bacon's been making movies ever since Footloose made him a star. And he knew then that the film would live forever.
But what's always fun is, you know, every time I go to any discotheque or wedding, it's like, it takes about 10 minutes, and Footloose is on the turntable, which is always good for me because I like to dance the song, have everybody standing around.
Kevin still has the music in him. He's even formed a band with his brother. The name, of course, the Bacon Brothers.
Being a performer is at the core of what I do, and that's sort of wanting to be out there and know that the people are there watching you and you're giving something and they're giving something back.
Thank you.
And speaking of brothers, what about Chris Penn? His brother Sean scored an Oscar nomination this year, and Chris scored big with a role in the hit movie Rush Hour 2. Chris continues his love of music as well.
I like singing. I've been giving up the sleep to sing.
Hey, that tie is fabulous.
That's right. Sarah Jessica Parker demonstrated a flair for fashion back in Footloose. She continues to influence style on her Emmy-winning series, Sex and the City.
I've been working for 25 years as an actress, so to be able to have opportunities now at this late stage is really just nice.
Sarah Jessica will soon be taking on a new role as a mom. She and actor hubby Matthew Broderick have announced they're having a baby.
She is beaming. She is thrilled. She and Matthew are very private, but we want them to be happy. You know, they're a wonderful couple. We couldn't be more excited.
No! I can never let up!
Back then, John Lithgow talked the talk. Now, after winning 3 Emmys for the sitcom Third Rock from the Sun, Big John is walking the walk, the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I never thought I'd do movies. I did movies. I certainly never thought I would do a sitcom, and now have I ever done a sitcom? So, yeah, it's been one surprise after another. The good news is I've been surprising audiences, too.
Erie.
Lori Singer played Lithgow's daughter in Footloose. It's a role she still cherishes.
Footloose was a tremendous break for me. Everybody was trying for that role.
After a few movie roles in the 90s, Lori took a break from show business.
My artistic life had to go on hold a little while, and I had to take time with my family.
But like her co-stars, Lori still has the music in her. So as you can see, the gang from Footloose is pretty footloose and fancy-free. But there was another monster musical in the 80s. Remember Irene Cara? She was the rising young star of fame.
Rising star to guide me far and shine me home.
We knew that it would be special. We were making a special statement about the performing arts and about people's dreams and, you know, people's aspirations.
Today, Cara hopes to rekindle the fame flame with her new band, Irene Cara, featuring Caramel.
No one could ever love you more.
I'm the one who's organizing it. I'm their leader, so to speak, but I let them, you know, I let them shine. So hopefully it'll be a nice little package for my fans who haven't heard or seen from me in a while.
What kind of music notes are those?
Laser beams. It's a requiem for Buck Rogers.
Oh, great. You ever thought of doing some real music?
After fame, Lee Carreri thought a lot about making real music. In fact, Lee produced songs for Natalie Cole and scored TV shows like Chicago Hope. It wasn't until recently that Lee realized his ultimate dream.
I always wanted to do a CD of songs and music where basically it was something that if I heard it, I would buy it. I'm grateful for my time in the movie and the TV show for bringing me that audience and bringing me that kind of recognition that I really, you can't buy.
One of the most recognizable Fame cast members is choreographer Debbie Allen.
To do Fame was probably one of the best things that ever happened to me in my life.
Debbie's made a lot of good things happen since her Fame success. She choreographed 7 Academy Award shows, directed The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and produced the movie Amistad. Now Debbie's making things happen for others by getting involved with children's causes.
This is what we have to do. It's something that I owe it to these children.
Debbie's co-star Jean Anthony Ray hasn't had it as good. The young Fame dancer spent years battling personal demons. Jean now lives in Naples, Italy, where he headlines as an exotic dancer, using his Fame name, Leroy Johnson.
Fame has been adopted, rejuvenated. Do you understand?
Jean Anthony enjoys being recognized by his Italian fans.
Ciao, Gioia. See or no? I penso sì. Come on. Ciao, Gioia. Grazie. Thank you. Ciao, ciao. Ciao.
Well, the Fame cast still makes music, but they walk a slightly different path than the cast of Footloose. When we come back, why 2 stars are better than 1.
Hi. How was your day?
Working on Kate Malley was like being in bedroom slippers and chenille.
And do you remember these guys?
Bronson, where are you? Where are you? What are you doing?
Your favorite TV duos reveal all, and so do some of your favorite movie stars.
I was an excellent welder.
It's all ahead when your favorite stars Then and Now returns.
Tie this horse to the post. No food or water. Some legends can never be tamed. Some spirits can never be broken. This Saturday, see a special sneak preview of a new motion picture experience. For everyone. The critics are already calling Spirit the best animated story since The Lion King. Spirit, rated G. Sneak preview Saturday. Opens everywhere May 24th.
I started using daily facials and saw such a difference in my skin. It inspired me.
Olay Daily Facials. Cleanses, tones, exfoliates, conditions. Like a little bit of a facial every day.
They say change is good. I say change is great.
Olay Daily Facials. Love the skin you're in.
Come on. What's in here?
Hello?
lot of cargo room is a good thing. Right?
Unbelievable.
The Accord from Honda.
Ah, sugar. Ah, honey, honey. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Ah, honey. Ah, sugar, sugar. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you.
Got a research assignment. 10 pages on a historical innovator.
Well, who'd you pick?
Gotta experience the man, the results of his work.
Who'd you pick?
See, the problem with your basic historical innovator is, well, most of them are historical.
Sam, who'd you pick?
Walt Disney?
Come share the excitement at our year-long celebration of Walt Disney's 100th birthday.
We need to experience Walt's vision on Space Mountain.
Again?
Make plans at DisneyWorld.com.
It's research.
Next on ABC.
What the hell's going on?
Something happens with Andy Sipowicz that's so powerful.
Back off!
So dramatic. It makes for one of the best episodes of NYPD Blue in years. If you can catch your breath, watch.
Back off! I'm not gonna say it again.
New NYPD Blue. ABC Next. Viewer discretion advised.
Welcome back to Favorite Stars Then and Now. Throughout the history of TV, many of our favorite shows have centered around dynamic duos.
Am I looking up Larry Appleton?
Larry Appleton, that's me.
Perfect Strangers starred one of TV's most popular duos, Mark Lynn Baker and Bronson Pinchot.
There was real chemistry, genuine chemistry. We had a great time working together.
We would read each other's minds. I'm not being spooky or anything. I would know what he was thinking from the look on his face, and then we would stop and go back and do it.
The exposure that you get from being on a show like that just creates lots of opportunity, and that's been great.
After 7 years, the two weren't strangers anymore, so the show was canceled, and the duo went their separate ways.
Since that show, I've been able to work in New York, do a few shows on Broadway. I have a theater company, New York Stage and Film, for the last 18 years. The biggest news in my life is I have a baby.
That's right. Mark is the proud papa of a beautiful baby girl, while Bronson Pinchot has kept himself busy with movies and regular appearances in theater.
I've done stage, I've done movies, I've done serious movies, I've done comic movies, I've done serious plays, I've done Shakespeare, I've done everything.
And what's next for these perfect strangers?
I think acting. I think the more I sort of venture away from acting, the more I want to come back to it.
It's funny, it works better when you don't have any goals. I just want to be at my best in stuff, and that's it.
This is my sister, Hildegard.
The series Bosom Buddies featured the comedy duo of Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari. They played New York admin who dressed in drag to save rent money. The show lasted 2 seasons.
Some people would take it personally, to have a series canceled, but I like to think I'm bigger than that.
You can dry your tears, Peter. The busy actress starred in 2 series since and been nominated for 4 Emmys. And Buddy Tom has done all right, too.
I know how special it is to win an Academy Award. You know why? Because I did it last year.
He's a wonderful actor. How can you say this about a friend you've had for 20 years, that he's one of your favorite actors? It sounds pretty kissy-uppy to me, but it's true.
63, take 1, Mark.
Although they've hung up their pantyhose for good, Peter and Tom have remained bosom buddies, and Tom directed Peter in a 1998 miniseries.
Action.
This project, From Earth to the Moon, is such a joy for me because he's asked me to play a really important part here. I play Captain Pete Conrad, I think just because he missed me.
These guys weren't the only ones splitting the rent on TV. Jane Curtin and Susan St. James hit big as 2 divorcees in Kate and Alley.
Hi, how was your day?
Working on Kate and Alley was like being in bedroom slippers and chenille. It was a pretty terrific situation, but shows eventually run out of steam. And Kate and Allie ran out of steam.
But it was full steam ahead for Jane, this time paired with John Lithgow on Third Rock from the Sun.
Women of Rutherford, beware!
Good idea. I'm calling the emergency broadcast system. Duck and cover!
I have no idea what I want to do next, or if I want to do anything next, or what the possibilities could be. I don't know. I could get a goat.
It was show business that got Susan St. James' goat. After Kate and Allie, she quit acting to raise her 5 kids. But like a phoenix, Susan recently resurfaced on The Drew Carey Show with her niece, actress Krista Miller.
My 5-year-old was watching Sesame Street one day. He goes, "What are you doing on there, Mom? Why'd they have you on there? You know, I used to be famous all over the world."
These days, Susan hangs out with other notable bigwigs and focuses on charitable causes. In the 70s, a duo called Starsky and Hutch blew into town and blew away fans with their new breed of cop.
DA says 10 sharp, right to the second, baby. Precision.
Starsky, I hate that watch.
Paul Michael Glaser became an immediate star as Starsky.
Yeah, we were all so young back then. I was just scrambling it.
David Soul played Starsky's partner, Hutch, but he was soon frustrated playing the straight-laced half of the team.
Hutch was this boring, kind of white bread, you know, morning after kind of taste in your mouth. And Starsky had all this zip and did the funny lines and you know. No, I want to play Starsky.
No dice, David. But today, he has no regrets about his part in TV's most famous cop duo.
But I think that what really made it special, Starsky and Hutch special, was that relationship. It continues today. Paul is, I would count my best friend.
Glaser has his own opinion of why Starsky and Hutch worked.
But basically asked them to write David 80% of the time and me 20% of the time. So I'd have less to do.
But Glaser wasn't goofing off. He went on to direct TV and movies.
At the end of the day, I have to, in all honesty, say that I'm a very lucky man.
David Soul followed his own path.
When Starsky and Hutch ended, I sort of looked at myself in this wonderful home that I built on top of a mountain. And I said, now what am I going to do?
David came down from the mountain and headed to Europe to act.
It's really funny because there's so many actors out here saying, what did you do? What? Are you leaving? Why did you come over here? We don't want to go over there.
Some stars try and distance themselves from the roles that once defined them, but not David.
I carry it as a very warm, fond memory of a very exciting time, because we were a couple of lunatics and we did good work, taking crap scripts and turning them into something that was almost palatable.
It was more than palatable, David. In fact, all of these TV duos made a big impression with fans and continue to do so. They were the biggest female stars in Hollywood.
I saw you here the other night. You had a beard, right?
And they're off on their second acts.
Oh, here we go.
They'll share their stories when we come back.
I didn't even get through the credits. I left the theater and I was crying in the bathroom.
Jennifer Beals, Kathleen Turner, Demi Moore, and more as Stars Then and Now continues.
Subway has a new bread made with that bee guy's honey and his oats.
Oh, whoa.
Hey, Subway's this way!
Subway's new Honey Oat on Wheat starts with tasty wheat bread. Then we coat it with honey and oats and bake it all together.
Subway, eat fresh!
Where is it written that only a sports car can behave like a sports car? Not here.
Zoom, zoom, zoom! Zoom, zoom, zoom! Yeah, zoom, 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 zoom!
The powerful 2-liter Mazda Protege. Why should sports cars have all the fun?
It's hard to describe the flavor of Welch's white grape juice. So I just follow my taste. Fruity, tarty, sweet, and tangy. And Welch's has so many different flavors. I haven't tried them all yet, but I'm very good at following my taste.
Now, join Tigger.
I'm so happy I feel like bouncing.
Piglet and Winnie the Pooh.
Yum, yum. Winnie the Pooh.
Great!
cubby, little cubby, all stuffed with fluff.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
It's the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Discover Pooh's first and most beloved movie on Disney DVD and video. Rated G.
You'd try anything to get some relief from your nasal allergy symptoms. But before you change your life, make an easier change. Multi-symptom Flonase relieves all these nasal allergy symptoms: sneezing, itchy, runny nose, and congestion. Flonase once a day relieves them all day and night. For best results, use daily. Side effects are generally mild and may include headache, nosebleed, or sore throat. Ask your doctor about multi-symptom Flonase. When you get it all it takes is Flonase.
Journey to a world where humans and dinosaurs live side by side.
I think the rules here are different.
Only 5 days until Dinotopia, Sunday at 7/6 Central on ABC. It made your heart race, your skin crawl, and America cheer. That's Incredible the Reunion, Tuesday in 2 weeks on ABC.
Welcome back to Favorite Stars Then and Now. We've got some famous second acts to share. You remember this image, don't you? It's the watery dance sequence from the hit film Flashdance. It made Jennifer Beals a star. But for many actresses, their early days are tough to top. However, we've got some very recognizable women who are in the middle of big second acts. Demi Moore started her career on daytime soaps before hitting it big in movies. Demi was living the Hollywood dream, happily married to movie star Bruce Willis and working with acting's elite, including Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise. She even shaved her head for her role in G.I. Jane. Hey, it worked for Michael Jordan.
I put the effort in, I put the time in, and I had a mental focus of what I was trying to accomplish, just like anybody who had homework for any particular job.
Though Demi and Bruce ultimately split up, they remain close. She still brings their 3 daughters to Dad's movie premieres, but other than doing voice work for Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame, she's content to stay at home and concentrate on raising the kids.
I saw you here the other night. You had a beard, right? That's right. Probably looked good. You should have shaved it.
Deborah Winger had a string of hit movies in the early 1980s, including Urban Cowboy with John Travolta. But with sudden fame came whispers that Deborah was difficult to work with, and those rumors got back to her.
So I learned that when I was, 22 years old, that, okay, they're going to talk about me in that way. I'm going to let them.
Deborah retreated into family life until she began producing her own films, like Big Bad Love, directed by her husband, Arliss Howard. He agrees there's a double standard for women in Hollywood.
If a woman stands up and says, hey, hang on a second, I got a problem with that, you go, oh, here we go. Whereas if a guy does it, he goes, well, yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Kathleen Turner melted ice cubes with body heat more than 20 years ago, and she's still hot today.
Yeah, I'm going to be 48 soon, and I suppose that people are still excited and interested in my body. Is rather complimentary.
Turner does a nude scene in the Broadway stage version of The Graduate. The play has gotten mixed reviews, but Turner's nudity has gotten more than a few thumbs up.
I tried very hard to find and justify partial nudity. I mean, believe me, I was trying to figure out some way. But it became quite clear that to serve the play and to have the impact that drives the action, we had to have that. We had to have the nudity. And yeah, she gets naked. What would you like to know about it?
American Pie star Jason Biggs has parlayed an affinity for sexy desserts into a co-starring role with Turner and Alicia Silverstone. According to a not-so-clueless Alicia, Kathleen's not the only one going the full Monty.
Jason's naked the whole damn time. He's the one they should be talking about. He's the one who's naked.
Alicia's first big hit was with the film Clueless in 1995.
It's like a famous quote. Really? From where? Cliff's Notes.
After a few follow-up roles, she's been out of the spotlight, but now she's back and having a great time.
I don't really know how to explain it. It's all been so much fun. I kind of feel like it's like the college years I didn't have.
When Jennifer Beals made Flashdance, she was only 18 years old. It was a huge hit, and Beals may have never quite gotten over the first time she saw herself on the big screen.
When I first saw the film at the premiere, I didn't even get through the credits. I left the theater and I was crying in the bathroom. It was insane. I felt like I had been separated from myself.
Even though the talented actress has appeared in more than 30 films, Jennifer will never forget her first time or the valuable technical skill it taught her.
I was an excellent welder. I went to a little welding school and I got really good at it. You know, I did it without the sparks and everything, and the welds were really clean. And I get to the set and I'm welding. I'm doing a little scene where I'm welding. And Adrian's yelling out, "More sparks, darling, more sparks." I'm like, "Well, Adrian, that's not good welding." She's a good welder, you know. She's like, "I don't care. It's more visually interesting." You know? So I was doing more sparks, and that killed me. That killed me because I knew how to weld, you know. Maybe I can do, the backwards flip off of the whatever, but I could weld.
Winger, Turner, Silverstone, and more. It's not a law firm, just a group of talented women who are all in the second acts of their careers and firmly believe the best is yet to come. So there you have it, your favorite stars then and now. Some have become stay-at-home parents who've given up the spotlight, sort of.
I'm leaving the gym. My hair is like in a point on the top of my head. I'm sweaty, I'm exhausted, and someone looks at me and goes, "I'm sorry, but didn't you, oh man, could you wait like 20 minutes? I'll take a shower, I'll blow out my hair, and then you can recognize me."
Don't worry, our favorite stars will always be remembered for the first time they caught our eye.
It was a great childhood. I had the experience to work with amazing people, got to travel around the world, and it was awesome.
10 years ago, you'd walk on the street and people knew who you were like that. Now you walk on the street and people say, "Is that somebody I went to school with?" No, that's Rowan.
But they're all happy where they ended up, and there's no looking back.
Any actor who's a husband and a good husband, a good father will tell you that, that doing this kind of stuff is a great way to make a living. It's fun.
Yeah, I have no shameful anecdotes in my past, thank you very much. There's nothing I remember.
Well, there are always some.
I didn't get to go to proms or football games or those sorts of things. I didn't have, that in my life. But I get dressed up every year and go to the Emmys, so that was my version of the prom.
It's all part of being a star.
I think I've babbled on enough for you people.
Don't say that, Quinn. We love the visit. Good night, everybody.
I'm definitely at a place now where I'm ready for whatever anybody throws at me, so we'll see.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
It would be nice, if someone would pull up in a big truck and deliver your life to you, but it doesn't happen that way. You have to make things happen yourself.
A classic TV duo. I love those little catchphrases. A classic TV duo.
I always tell people it was like Kaplan's Courageous for a while. I was like, where's the luxury liner? They said, there is no luxury liner. Get your butt over there and shut up.
If the phone never rings, that'll be fine. I'll be okay.
I like working here at St. Mary's because not only do they treat you as an individual, they treat you like a part of the family.
We do teamwork here. Everybody works as a team. We work together, and that's nice.
I like working part-time. I've been here for over 7 years, and St. Mary's has been real accommodating.
If you love taking care of people, this is the best place to work.
When I leave here, I thank God I got a job at St. Mary's. I'm happy. When I leave here, I feel like I accomplished something.
St. Mary's, we're all about you.